especially because, you know, opinions. Hammer some bass with this at night. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode. I have something that I promised y'all that I was gonna do. And before we get started, let me grab it from the safe now that it's open and it's beautiful in there. Let me reach on over and grab it real quick. All right. Last time that we were on the channel, we took out this 22 ARC that is built, that we had built by Curtis Customs in Hondo, Texas. And I know I was asking you guys, what should we do with it? What should we do with it? You know, why not? And I threw the crazy idea out there, like, should we do a thermo on it? I knew I was gonna put a can on it without a doubt. So I went with the biggest 308 can that I have in my safe because I want this thing to be quiet, like quiet, because we're gonna be using this to go out and chase pigs at night. So we threw on the Thermion from AJM. But one thing that we didn't touch on this last time that we took it out to the range, it's the chassis. And I want to talk to you guys about the chassis because I love, you know, the stories behind how a company got started. I like the history behind it. We've done a few episodes on history on things like this. But this chassis here is the Ultradyne. You guys haven't heard about the Ultradyne. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of information about it, a little bit of the history and how they got started, because I think it's pretty awesome. I like how us, especially in the gun industry, when we start doing things, we tend to find little things that we want to switch. And then there's guys and gals out there that said, you know what, I'm going to build a whole company based off of this because I see the void, I see what people are wanting, and then they go out and get it. And that's that's that case right now. That's what Ultradyne did. The original owner started as a 3-gun shooter. You know, go figure, another guy in the industry. And they started doing things like, you know, bolt carriers. They started doing muzzle brakes, little things like that. That was about 5 years ago. And like I mentioned earlier, right? You know, the guy's a 3-gun shooter and he's like, I need this type of muzzle brake and I need all these accessories, little things like that. And then they pretty much saw another void and said, hey, we can make a pretty cool chassis. And I felt like the last time that we went out to the range, I kind of left that out. I didn't really talk about this badass chassis. We left it kind of, you know, unspoken on. But Ultradyne is who made this chassis. And we'll jump into the specifics of it. I'll tell you guys a little bit about it, what actions it could take. Obviously, it takes the 22 ARC right here. But yeah, let's jump into that. I'll give you guys a little bit of information on what this chassis can take and other little options and everything else that it has. All right, guys, so this is the Ultradyne UD chassis. As you can see, beautiful thing. And this was released last year, and their overall goal was, you know, to make a versatile chassis, something that you can use for different things, add a bunch of different options on it, because, you know, there's a bunch of chassis that don't give you the option to do different things. And nowadays you have tripods that have this feature here where you can just slide it, opposed to doing the old school where you tighten it all the way down. And some chassis don't offer that. And you got to buy the plate for the bottom, and it just makes it into a bigger deal. But you can also add a Picatinny rail on this on the bottom if that's the type of tripod that you have. Or if you want to go with a bipod, you can put a Picatinny rail on the bottom, put your bipod, and you're ready to go. So it is a very, very versatile chassis. And that's one of the features that I really enjoyed about it. A lot of chassis are very bulky and heavy, and I think they did a great job doing this as light as possible. I think you can range this chassis somewhere between 7 to 20 pounds, depending on what you add on it. You know, that's depending on the action, that's depending on the barrel, your optic. Obviously, mine's gonna be probably closer to 15, 20 pounds just because of the can and of the thermal that we have on here. But it could be as light as you want, or it could be as heavy as you want. That's totally up to you. This chassis, and this is where I thought it's super cool. It could fit the Remington 700 SA along with the LA. It fits the Savage SA, and there are, I believe, short. They're about to release the Tika for the Tika T3, the Ruger American, Howa 1500, the ZZ 457, or the ZZ 457, but that's on a later date. But the fact that you can mount all those on here, it just makes it very versatile because, you know, you can turn that into any round, 6.5 Creedmoor, 22 arc, 6 arc. I mean, you name it, they're out there. So those are the ones that you can currently put on this and run. So that's depending on you, what you want to run on this. You can do it. I've built a couple of bolt action rifles in the past, and let me tell you, it's very fun and it's awesome. So what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna get another Ultradyne chassis, and I'm gonna build something. I don't know what just yet, but something out there. Maybe you guys can help me down below and let me know, like, what should I do with this chassis if we built another one. Like, what round would you guys like to see on the channel? Like, what would you want us to take out? Could it be, you know, a hunting round? Could it be just something for plinking, long distance? Because this could be huge if you're in a long distance competition, shooting and all that stuff, and it's very light, so you can, you know, run around and set up and do all that good stuff. I myself, I'm thinking of a hunting round because, you know, that's pretty much what I do. I love hunting, and I want to build something on this chassis that not only I can shoot, that I can hand off to my nephews, my dad, everybody. Just something that we can share, that I know it's going to be dead on, that I know it's going to be light. You know, my nephews are a little older. They can handle their own, they can carry it, but now I'm thinking about my nieces, right? They recently were here and they were like, hey, we want to start hunting. And I don't want to give them a super heavy bolt action rifle where they're not going to be comfortable. You know, they're not going to be able to handle it and move it around. I want to give them something light that they're able to mount and then, you know, take their time and shoot. So I think the Ultradyne is where it's going to be at for me. I just got to decide what round, what caliber, what action we're going to roll with it. So if you have any suggestions, let me know down below, because I definitely love hearing you guys and your input on everything that we do on the channel. Obviously, you know, a lot of y'all said, let's go with a thermal. We went with a thermal. We put a can. So yeah, let us know down below on the feed of what you wanna, what you think would be cool to have on the channel for us to build on the Ultradyne chassis. It is a drop-in free floating barrel system. It does have an integrated ARCA rail like we were talking about earlier. It does have an M-LOK slot as well for the forehand. It does have a Dynalock system, holds our machine into the forehand to interface with Dynalock pop-up studs. Yeah, so that the ARCA rail does not slide on the clamps. That's just a huge thing. It does have an adjustable ambi mag release, so you can put it on the left or the right. It's totally up to you. But I like it on both sides. So you can put one of these on there where you can drop it on both sides. You guys know I'm huge on ambi, and that is one of my favorite things, especially because, you know, hands. But yeah, that always a plus for me if a company is able to offer ambidextrous release, safe, all that stuff. Obviously, you know, on the chassis and on bolt actions, it's always going to be on one side, but that's fine with me. I love where it's at. But the mag release, that's a plus. I love that. Thank you, Ultradyne, for doing that. You do have the option of getting this thing Cerakoted in 10 different options. So it's not just black. There's a ton of colors. And if you want to go check them out, go to Ultradyne's website and you can see all the colors that they have and that are available. I think I'm going to go with like something like tan or maybe green. I don't know yet. Like, I definitely got to get on their website and check it out and see what we like and what we don't like and what I want to take out. But I love Cerakote. Anything that's Cerakoted and is different, that's for me. Like that, they reach their target audience. It does have a mil spec buffer tube threaded in the rear for easy. It's compatible to any stock, butt stock. So if you have a butt stock that you want to put on, or if you want to rock an SB tactical brace like we did on this 22R, it's solely up to you. It is compatible. So you can put your buffer tube on here and you can add, the longer one that's more suitable for long range shooting. You can go with something smaller. It's totally up to you. And whatever you want to rock on it. I really love that because I can take this off and then throw on a regular stock and get this changed out different to whatever specs I want. I like the way that this is here. I like the SB Tactical braces. I'm a fan of them. Love the guys over there. Great folks. But yeah, that's another option that Ultradyne gives you, is you have that capability of putting a buffer tube back here and adding whatever buttstock you would like. And like I mentioned earlier, they saw Ultradyne saw a empty gap in the chassis world. They stepped up, they made this one. And what's pretty cool about it is that they have all the accessories that you can think of for this. So if you need a tripod, if you need a ball head, if you need a muzzle brake, a bolt action, whatever it is that you're looking for, these guys have it on their website, and they are all compatible to their awesome chassis. So it's a one-stop shop type of deal thing, depending on what you want to add to it. So I'm gonna jump on their website, get busy, order some stuff, build, get ready to build a bolt action rifle for my nieces, nephews, myself, my dad, something that we can all share, like I mentioned earlier. But they have a ton of accessories on their website that we can check out and pick from. So that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, this chassis here, the Ultradyne, I hope you guys enjoy that info on that. Again, very versatile. I love how lightweight it is. I love the option of putting a buttstock on it, your grip as well. It kind of gives it, that little AR feel to it. And to me, that's kind of one of those things that a lot of people are looking for when they shoot the bolt action, because I think we're all in that era where, we're used to the AR-15 platform when you're shooting, and then bringing it over to this just kind of makes it similar so that you're used to that platform, and it's very versatile. You can add all this stuff, like myself, that I have a bunch of hand grips. I got butt stocks here. I got the tubes. So all those things that I've collected over the years that I've used on some guns and others, and just have there and I haven't been able to use them, I can put them on a bolt action rifle that it's gonna, take them and just transform it. So again, if you're looking into a chassis, remember, it fits a bunch of different cool stuff. So check Ultradyne out. And yeah, but now that you guys have seen it, I'm gonna take this out, get it dialed in, and hopefully get to go shoot some pigs at night with it, because like I mentioned earlier, I put a big can on this. It's gonna be quiet. I mean, like, stupid quiet. We got thermals, so we're definitely gonna be hunting at night. And we got our tripod. I mean, I'm gonna add a Picatinny rail on this so that I can put a bipod on it. So I can't use the tripod, I use the bipods. And take it out and have fun with it. Again, guys, I added a few things on this, and I mean, it still feels very lightweight. Like, it is front heavy because of that can. And what's pretty cool about this, I can take like about that much, see where that cut is, I can take that off and just leave this and make it a little lighter. But I like the full system from Rex Lithium, so that I could, it could be quiet as possible. But yeah, this is definitely something that I'm gonna start taking out and do some pig hunts, especially at some of my buddies' places that do deer hunts and are having a lot of pigs coming to the feeders. And that's a big problem here in Texas. When you are a whitetail facility, you sell hunts with whitetail, and you have all these pigs showing up, and pigs scare the deer away. They eat all the corn. Deer aren't getting big. They're not getting what they need. So this is gonna turn into that. This right here, we're gonna go out, just hammer some pigs with this at night, and hopefully it's that quiet that we can smack one and keep smacking another without them knowing what happened. And having this Ultradyne chassis being this light, it's gonna be very easy to carry. Because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but you know, I'm gonna throw the disability out there. I only got one leg, so everything helps. If I can make it as light as possible and being able to carry it, that's what I'm gonna do. And so yeah, that's it right here. This is the Ultradyne Chassis. Again, go check them out on their website. Let me know what you guys think. Let us know down below what caliber you think we should build. If you guys have any you know, input on what you know, caliber, what bolt action we should run, just let us know down below, because we always appreciate y'all's info, and we love learning about new companies and taking it out and trying it out. So again, if you're in the market for an Ultradyne chassis, go check them out. And it's just not the chassis. They have a ton of accessories on their website that you might be interested in, or that you need to have. But yeah, go check them out. Great guys, great folks. They're filling the gap for a lot of us out there. You know, again, these are guys that weren't like you and I that sit around the campfire and we're like, we should make this, and then we never do. No, these guys actually did it. They were like, all right, we're gonna make this happen, and they did, and I'm glad they did, because this is a cool product. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Let me know if you've ever used an Ultradyne chassis, or if you're thinking of getting one. Let us know down below. And yeah, we appreciate you guys. We're definitely gonna give you guys a little bit of shooting content from the last time that we took this out, and then next time that we take this out, I'm gonna bring it out as well, so you guys can see how quiet this really is. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're trying to get a bunch of this stuff and a bunch of reviews for y'all here on the channel, and let us know if you're enjoying it. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Until then, crispy on.
If this is you, you better lower your motherfucking tone when you talking to me.
And a 3-inch. So guys, a 3-inch can do a lot of work. Don't let your buddies lie to you. 3 inches is enough if you know how to